Introductory Note of Invention and Discovery, Curious Facts and Characteristic Sketches. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by David Wales. Invention and Discovery, Curious Facts and Characteristic Sketches by Anonymous. Introductory Note. In the annals of invention and discovery, it may be said without undue boasting, no nation of modern times can lay claim to such an eminent position as Great Britain, and her many ingenious and intrepid adventurers into what they found unknown regions of the arts, the sciences, and the earth's surface, have so largely contributed to raise her to her great place and power, that it is mere justice and self-interest to bestow on them grateful rewards in life, and renown after death. In this little volume are brought together a number of sketches and memoranda, illustrating the history of discovery and the lives and labors of inventors and explorers, not of our own country alone, but of others, for knowledge is of no country, but of all. The object of the collector has been rather to present the popular than the strictly scientific side of his subject, to furnish materials of interest and amusement, as well as instruction, and if now and then he has been tempted to stray into by-paths of anecdote and gossip, excuse may readily be found in the fact that the private life of our men of science, often singularly noble and full of character, is apt to be altogether obscured by the brilliancy of the results of their secret and silent toil. This volume will have served its purpose if it excites an appetite for fuller and deeper inquisition into the sources of British greatness and of modern civilization. End of introductory note. Section 1 of Invention and Discovery by Anonymous. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Poetic Prophecies. In Dr. Darwin's Botanic Garden, first published in 1789, but written, it is well known, at least 20 years before the date of its publication, occurs the following prediction respecting steam. Soon shall thy arm, unconquered steam, afar drag the slow barge, or drive the rapid car; or, on wide-waving wings expanded, bear the flying chariot through the fields of air. Fair crews triumphant leaning from above, shall wave their fluttering kerchiefs as they move; or warrior bands alarm the gaping crowd, and armies shrink beneath the shadowy cloud. So mighty Hercules o'er many a clime waved his huge mace in virtue's cause sublime. Unmeasured strength with early art combined, awed, served, protected, and amazed mankind. Footnote 1. Darwin projected an aerial steam carriage, in which he proposed to use wings similar to those of a bird, to which motion was to be given by a gigantic power worked by high-pressure steam, though the details of his plan were not bodied forth. End footnote. A distinguished photographer imagines that he has traced the foreshadowing of his delightful science in the following passage from our great epic poet. With one touch virtuous, the arch-chemic sun, so far from us remote, produces. Paradise Lost, Book 3, verse 608. Construction of the Thames Tunnel. When the ingenious Miss Pardoe visited Constantinople in 1836, she was not less surprised than gratified by the inquiry of an Albanian chief as to the probable completion of the Thames Tunnel. This, however, is but one of the many instances of the anxiety with which the great work was watched throughout continental Europe. In Egypt, too, where a new country is rising, phoenix-like, upon the ashes of the old world, the progress of the tunnel was regarded with like curiosity. Participated
Sample complete. Ready to continue?